CFOP is one of the most popular speed cubing methods out there. It consists of solving a cross, F2L, OLL, and PLL. And in this video, I'll be giving you some tips on how to solve the cross part. Some of the best cubers are able to solve the cross in about 1 minute, but don't expect yourself to be at that stage after this video. I'm not even at that stage after over a year of solving a Rubik's Cube. But let's start off with some of the tips now. The first thing you should always learn is to solve the cross. The color cross you're going to solve, you want that to be on the bottom. So when you're inspecting the cube, you can look at it however, but when it comes down to solving it, you turn it down and then you just do the solution. Solve it. Another thing you want to know is during inspection to either, if you can, plan out the whole entire cross or just locate all the pieces, like looking at this and just look at where all the pieces are to see if you can find an easy solution. Now, all crosses should be able to be solved in 8 moves or less. And with practice, it can just become so easy. You just see it, and you can solve it. So in this case, this one I'm actually going to talk through it here. So during inspection, I will have seen orange right here, green here, red here, and blue here. So the first thing that I would do is turn this way once, turn orange this way, and then finish solving red. Then do this move right here. Do a U move. Then resolve orange, and then do green. And then the blue guy right here. Do solve it. Put it in and solve it like that. When you're solving the cross, you also want to align the cross pieces as close to the end as you possibly can. Like, for example, having something like this solved, these cross pieces are still correct, but you leave them again as close to the end as possible, because then they can be aligned. You can get them all aligned together. In this case, you don't need to do any more pieces, but some other cases you might actually be able to line up all 4 cross pieces in the same color scheme, but just not align with your center, so you just have to turn it once and line up everything. Just like that. This is a great example of why you want to align the cross pieces after, because if you look, these are all in the right color scheme. Look, green, orange, blue, red, going clockwise. Green, orange, blue, red. So they're all lined up. So all you really need to do is just put them into the bottom and then line them up. Because if you didn't do that, and for example, if you just didn't find all the cross pieces, or you just tunnel visioned, I guess is the right word, you'd end up putting this in, which would then probably lead you to having to turn, which would then add moves, which you don't really need to add. Or for example, if you just end up with something like this kind of, where if you look, not all of these pieces are gonna need to be lined up like that, how I've just been talking about, but just if you can get some of them as best you can, that's really good. Like how right here I was able to get 3, but this one still wasn't able to be done. But if I added in this, I'd be jumping ahead to the next tip in the video. Building off of what I just taught you about wanting to have the cross pieces lined up with their centers last, if you get something like this, what you can do is you can know that if you turn this in right now, you'd know it'd have to go this way to get to blue. So what you can do, turn it the opposite way of where it needs to go, using a D or D prime move, put it into the cross layer, and then undo that first move. Instead of having to do something like this, you can do something that's like way easier to execute to get your cross done a lot faster than it needs to be. This is a little bit more of an advanced tip, but what you kind of want to do is, if you're able to and you can plan out your entire cross and inspection, then what you should start doing is looking ahead for your next like corner piece to put in if you don't know F2L, or your first F12 pair if you do know it. Like you would look at this and you could just do the entire cross like this. And then inspection. And you can know all that. What you could be doing is, while you're doing that, looking ahead for the easiest corner or the first corner you're going to put in. Like for example, if I was doing that, I could see this corner right here and know that it's orange-green, and then really without pausing, put it in to its proper spot. That's all for today's video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and put any questions you have in the comments down below. And once we reach the 100 subscribers, I have a big plan for that, and an even bigger plan for when we reach 1,000. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next video.